Max Jimenez, baby! Woo!
Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Closers Lab. I'm Max Jimenez. If you've never been a part of the Closers Lab, you're in for a treat today. I'm super excited to be here today. Who's ready to talk about sales negotiations, make some calls, and potentially lock up some deals? Right? I got to wear these glasses because my eyes have been straining a lot. So these are blue blockers. So I'm gonna see if you're like, what? What's up, Manuel? How you doing, brother? Thank you for being on. Jermaine, my main man, Jermaine, what's going on? Tony, Tony, what's up, brother? Thank you for jumping on. Hey, remember, this is a live show, so make sure that you are asking questions. Make sure that you're commenting. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to help you out in any way I can as well. The one thing I want to ask you is share this with someone, right? Share this with someone, one person. That way, we can get some more people in here and help more people, right? That's really the goal. So share this if you can. Share this with someone, and let me know where you're tuning in from as you're jumping in. What market are you in? And that way, I get to know a little bit about you. Manuel said, "Orale, Max can't." That is funny. Really quick, am I coming in through the sound? We had some issues earlier with sound. Give me a thumbs up if I'm coming through really clean. We're gonna let a few more people jump on here. I want to talk about, before I start making calls and I start dialing, I want to talk a little bit about a few things that are going on that I want to make announcements on. And I'm going to be checking to see if we are live on all channels here. So as you guys are jumping in, let me know what market you're tuning in from, where you at. Let's see. Yep, perfect. All right, so it looks like the lab glasses. Sounds good, brother. Yep, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so really quick. So first thing is, I want to talk a little bit about an announcement I want to make. I am going to be doing a training next Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be doing a bonding and rapport masterclass next Thursday. I'm excited for that. I think it's needed. I think we need to have something in place for that. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. So next Thursday, be on the lookout for the Zoom registration link. I'm going to be doing a live masterclass. Let's get some more people in here. Let's share this live for those of you guys that are on. Let's share the stream. Let's invite some people to hop on. That way we can get some more people in here and, again, impact more people. So next Thursday, I'm going to be doing a live training. Again, it's going to be a bonding and rapport masterclass. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, the other thing I'm going to be doing too is, I'm going to be doing our call calibration inside our Discord. So I'm really excited about that. Looking forward to doing that as well. So, and then let's talk a little bit about the sales flow while people are jumping on. Before I start making some calls, let's talk a little bit about the sales flow. I know a lot of people have reached out to me, and they've been asking for it. And so a lot of great feedback has been happening with the sales flow chart. I think it's impacting a lot of people, which is great. Never thought that it would impact that many people. So I'm super excited about that. I think the flow chart is going to change. Actually, some of you have already told me how much it's impacted, how you're having better conversations, how you're actually because here's the thing, right? Here's the one thing that we have to remember. If our goal is to lock up deals, how do we do that? How do we lock up deals? Is we got to identify the who. Who do we need to be talking to, right? How do we identify the who? Is by having conversations, right? Is by having conversations. If we're not having conversations, then that means that we are not going to be locking up deals. I'm telling you that right now, right? So again, the flow chart, the PDF flow chart, the sales flow 2.0 PDF flow chart, what it's going to do for you. It's going to, and some of the feedback that I've been getting, not just because I want to tell you what it's going to do, but some of the feedback that I've been getting, it's been helping them to go into a more deeper conversation and a more instead of just like a vague and what is it called, surface level conversation. The flowchart is allowing a lot of people to break into that conversation because the big mistake that a lot of people make, and I posted this today in our Discord channel. If you're part of the Discord channel, shout out to you. Most calls usually end up going bad in the beginning, right? In the introduction and the pitch. So what we want to do is we don't want to get into, and you're going to see this today, right? As I make calls here in a little bit. The one thing I don't want to do in the beginning of a conversation, or in the beginning of a call, excuse me, is talk about three things, right? Number one, we don't want to be talking about money conversations. We don't want to have a money conversation in the beginning of the call, right? There's no need to have money conversations yet. Number two, we don't want to be trying to uncover too much motivation, right? Too many personal questions, too many questions that are, that might be, that the prospect might get nervous or they might not like it. Number three, we shouldn't even be talking about condition yet, right? Why is that? Because we don't know yet if we have a prospect or a suspect. Remember that. We don't know yet. Just because they said yes to the cold caller, just because they said, they want to sell, that doesn't mean that there's motivation. Doesn't mean that that's going to be our prospect, right? It's our job to identify that and qualify them for an offer, right? So what happens is a lot, especially with acquisition sales, is a lot of acquisition people jump into one of those three conversations so fast that it kind of puts a bad taste in the prospect's mouth, right? Like, man, you're asking all these questions, and why do you want to know this personal questions, or why are you asking that? Or well, just tell me what you pay. We go into the money conversation, and we don't even know yet if we have somebody that is actually going to do business with us, right? So what do we need to do? What are some of the things you need to do? So that's why I created the PDF flowchart, because what we need to do is we need to get them to a point where we get three things out of them. Number one, we're looking for engagement, cooperation, and reciprocation, right? Those are the main things, how we gauge whether we have a prospect or a suspect, right? We're not looking, everybody and their mother that you talk to is going to want an offer. Believe me, I'm telling you that right now. You probably already experienced it through your calls. They all want an offer. That doesn't mean they're going to do business with you if you give them the offer, right? And so what we want to do is we want to position ourselves to figure out if this is a prospect or a suspect. And we do that by asking non-invasive, non-intrusive questions. And you guys are going to hear that today, right? So today you're going to hear the actual PDF flowchart play out. And there's about 11 of you guys here. Drop some fire emojis if you're using the flowchart in there. Drop some fire emojis if you already got it and you're using it. Let me know how it's impacted you. What are some of the things that it's done? I didn't want to talk about this because I'm trying to sell you. It's $97. Like, I'm not getting rich off of that. Tell me, believe me, right? But the reason why I put the $97 price tag is because it's valuable information, right? It's not something that I came up with, something that I actually gained through experience, right? But put in the comment section whether you're on YouTube or whether you're watching on Facebook, if you are using the flowchart, and what is one thing that you like about it. Because like I said, I've been getting a lot of feedback. People have been messaging me. They're telling me they're having better conversations now, or they're jumping into the conversations as well. And I'm hearing a lot of good feedback. And maybe there's somebody here that maybe is on the fence, or maybe just wanting to know a little bit more information. Actually, today, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a small clip of a call I did, and exactly laid out what I asked during the questioning games, right? Because that's really where a lot of the calls, where we move from general questions, non-invasive questions, to basically deep conversations, right? We don't want to be doing surface level stuff. So Tony, I appreciate it. I know you're using it. You were one of the ones that gave me feedback with that flow chart. So appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Jermaine as well. He's using it too. It looks like it's I know Jermaine left me a nice message, how much is impacting them as well too. So it is working. I love it. Really proud of that little thing, even though it's like a little 4-page PDF set, but it makes a game changer, right? It makes a huge difference. And if you haven't gotten it, you're interested, the link's going to be in the description of the video here. So I wanted to talk about that, the impact that the PDF flowchart is making. It's amazing. The feedback that I've been getting from guys like Tony, from guys like Jermaine. that are actually out there. They're on the phones, right? That are talking to sellers and stuff like that. All right. So we talked about next week, next Thursday. Be on the lookout for the registration link for what is it called? For the training. I'm doing a bonding and rapport masterclass. I'm gonna have a bonding rapport masterclass. It's gonna be free. So we're gonna dive deep into that. I don't have the link right now to give you, but I am gonna be putting it out on Discord. It's gonna be the first. Discord's gonna get an opportunity. So if you're not part of my Discord channel, there's the Discord link is actually in the description of this video. So Discord community is going to get the ability to register for it first before it goes out to the public. So that's why it's important to be part of the Discord community. So I'm going to do a bonding and rapport masterclass to actually talk about how you actually build rapport and how you bond with prospects, right? And then again, the PDF flowchart. Tony, I appreciate the testimonial. Sales flowchart really gets the seller talking about their motive. True game changer in my sales process. I love it, man. Thank you for that. I think it is, because again, we're not getting into those conversations which are personal, too many personal questions and money conversations and condition right in the beginning of the call. We want to try to stay away from that. And the flowchart actually shows you how you should do your intros, how you should pitch, and then how you pivot over to asking questions that are non-intrusive. So cool. Anthony said, yeah, Discord, join. It's on fire. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for that. What up, Steven? How you doing, brother? Let's go. I appreciate it. Jermaine says he agrees with Tony. I appreciate that, Jermaine. Thank you for the feedback, brother. It means a lot because I love to hear these success stories. When you're using our product. And the great thing is this, right? I posted this yesterday on my Facebook, in Facebook. I posted on there that the great thing about things that I put out, you see them here on the Closers Lab, right? Or you see them on my Instagram. I don't talk to you. I don't advise you on anything that I don't use myself, right? All I do is the goal with that PDF chart is let's get it out of Max's head and how do we put it so somebody can follow it that's a visual learner. So appreciate that, man. Thank you for the feedback, Jermaine, Tony, Stephen, welcome. We have a few of you that just jump on. Welcome to the Closers Lab. Listen, my name is Max Jimenez. If you guys don't know who I am, definitely we're covering two things before we make some calls. We were just talking about I'm going to have a bonding and rapport masterclass free training that I'm going to do next Thursday. So if you guys remember, be on the lookout for that. If you're not part of my Discord channel, they're going to get first dibs to register for it. And then what's going to happen is I am going to release it out on Instagram. I think the Zoom only allows 100 people to register. So in my Discord community, there's a little over 300 community members that are going to get first dib. Whether all 100 seats get filled up, I don't know. It's we don't know. But before it gets released to the public, it's going to be posted in my Discord community. How do you join my Discord community? Is go ahead and click the link. It's in in the description. So Abu says, how are you? I'm good, brother. How you doing? Tony says, I definitely slowed down on my process. I always went straight to the money talk, which was a no-go. I'm definitely having better quality conversations. Thanks. You're welcome, brother. I appreciate it. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, we got some announcements out of the way. Let's go ahead and start making some calls. We have a few leads that I got from some individuals. And what I want to do right now is let me pull this one that if there's any question, guys, drop the comments. Who's ready for me to make some phone calls? Drop some fire emojis, some thumbs up. I need to see that thing blowing up, or else we're going to be basically we're going to shut this down, I believe. Let me pull this lead that Tony sent me. Let's blow up the comment section. Let's throw some fire emojis in there. Let's put some thumbs up. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the fire emojis. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's see. All right, perfect. Here we go. Pfizer said, what's your preferred method of lead gen? Cold callers. I don't know. I think it's just it's very effective, very economical, and it gives you the most opportunities. But do I love cold calling? Absolutely not. I have cold callers that cold call for me. Anthony, thank you for the fire emojis. Abel, thank you for the fire emojis. Tony, appreciate you. Alondra, thank you for the fire emojis. Appreciate it as well. Thank you for the thumbs up. Manuel, thank you for the thumbs up in the tacos. Man, I'm actually going to go get tacos after this session, actually, now that I think about it. Go get some tacos. All right, so let's call Mr. David. Kai Q said, let's effing go. Yes, sir. We're ready, bro. Let's see. Let's go. Let's see if we're gonna get some answers here. All right, what's the property? White Hollow. All right, cool. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear it.
At the tone, please record your message.
All right, let's do the double dial.
At the tone. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1.
All right, so that one didn't pick up. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Sorry, Abu. I just banned you. Let's see. Let's call John. Let's see if John will answer.
Hello?
Hello, John.
Nah, you got the wrong number, man.
Oh, I do have the wrong number. Okay. Do you have any relation to the property over at McFadden Drive?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Let me show down the right number. Nope. Let's call John again. 9106.
You've reached John Lewis, Harold Pinner-Sagri, Fuller.
I'm gonna double dial him again. Let's see.
You've reached John Lewis, Harold Pinner Cyber for.
All right, so no answer there. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm gonna call your lead, Tony. See if they answer since the other ones didn't answer. All right. Edward Fox. Okay, I'm missing. Let me pull up the notes that you sent me, Tony. Because I think it looks like you sent me some notes, so pull those up really quick. Okay. Let's see. So it looks like you already pitched them creative from what I'm seeing. And it looks like they didn't go for it. Let's call them and see what happens. All right. So I'm pasting the notes because I just want to see what you actually pitched them. They decline. However, they might consider 365 terms. They have 100K balance left. BTI rent seller rent per. Oh, got it. Okay, perfect. All right, let's call them. Let's see. Let's go 847. Want me to get yelled at, huh, bro?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 847.
All right, no answer either. Come on. Someone's going to answer. We're going to have a conversation right now. Okay, this is part of it, guys. Like, this is part of the follow-up, right?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 847-533-362.
Nada. What is happening here? All right, let's see. Let's see. I know what I'm going to do. All right. Let me call this guy back. Carl.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
All right. Crazy stuff here. Call him back again. Try this one more time. See what happens.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
All right, so none of the calls that were highlighted for us to have conversations aren't answering. Now, this is what happens, guys. Like, you cannot get discouraged, right? This is why it's very important when you do before you do your prospecting like this, is to set yourself up, right? Like, what are your targets? What are we looking to do here? So we can continue and keep following up, right? So what we need to do is I'm going to dive into my CRM. We have some leads in here that I think are good. This last week we had some really good conversations, so I'm going to bring those up here. While you guys are bringing it up, any questions or anything that I can help you with? Again, this is normal, right? This is normal when you're calling prospects. This happens to everyone, right? You have to make sure that you are aware of that. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged, right? This is why it's good to build your pipeline, right, of people that you have already scheduled to follow up with, because now you do have a true like callback session where this is mostly just follow-up session, right? Let me adjust this. I don't want to talk to dead leads. I want to talk to, I'll change the lead status. All right, here we go. I'll bring this up. All right, let's see who we're going to call. Here we go. Nothing to view here. What is going on? All right, let's call Jimmy. Jimmy's going to pick up for us. Let's go. Jimmy Forbes. This is weird. It kept ringing. Huh. Let's call him back. It just keeps ringing. There's no voicemail. There's nothing there. So, all right, let's go to the next one. Darla. Let's see. Oh.
Please leave your message for.
Yeesh. Jeez, no answer. What is going on? No answer Friday today or what? Man, this is crazy. All right, let's see. Let's keep it moving. We need someone to pick up. All right, let's call Donald. Donald looks like he's ready to pick up the phone today. Donald is gonna be the one that I have a conversation with that's gonna turn into a deal. Okay, let's go, Donald. Pick it up.
Hello?
Hello, Donald.
Yes.
Hey, Donald, my name is Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members about your property over at Dudley Drive.
Yeah, I am not interested in selling at any price.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, I did see on the notes that you were considering selling at some point. Just curiosity, what changed so I can update this information here?
If mama don't want to sell, you ain't selling.
That's absolutely true. I can tell you that for a fact. Yeah. Okay. So she just go ahead.
Mama does not want to move, and so we ain't going nowhere.
Oh, I see. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So are you going to be remodeling it or what's the next steps?
Well, I've been steady working at it. I bought it as a foreclosure, and I've been steady working on it.
Okay.
But
yeah, got it.
I got a new roof. I got a new heat pump. I got new windows. I got a new kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. And even if someone gave her $1 million, she ain't moving, huh?
Man, let me tell you, you give me $1 million.
No, of course, and I'm just joking. But yeah, so it sounds to me like she's wanting to stay. Definitely doesn't want to do anything, even if someone was to give a good offer.
Yeah, even if it was like a stupid good offer.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that makes sense.
Like,
that makes sense.
Even one of them walk away with $75,000 deal, she still doesn't want to move.
Got it. Okay. No, that makes sense. It's all good. And by any chance, do you have any other properties you would consider selling besides this one?
No, I sold all of them about 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I would have probably never wouldn't have caught you then. So, all right, Donald. Well, sounds good. I appreciate it. What I'll do is I'll make sure to update what we have here just to make sure that that's the case. And that way we don't call you again. Okay.
All right. Appreciate it.
Take care, Donald. Bye-bye. If mama don't want to sell, then they ain't going to sell. I'm telling you that right now. So Anthony said, if mom says no, it's a no. Absolutely. Now, I did ask him if there was, if he had other properties he would consider selling. Obviously, we always want to do that. But remember, the key there was two things. Is number one, hey, well, the note said you were considering selling at some point. What changed? Let them elaborate a little bit. Let them, there could be something there and they might be open to sharing it with you and you can maybe solve that problem, right? Whatever that is, who knows, right? If there is a problem there or not, but at least give yourself an opportunity. And then at the end, ask them if they have any other properties they might consider selling, because not always are they're only going to have one property, right? All right, let's continue. Let's go. Told you Donald was picking up. You just gotta affirm it, right? We gotta think positive here. Let's go. All right, let's see. Who's our next person? Let's see. Let's call our next person. All right. Let's call Timothy. Let's see. Timothy is ready. I could feel it. I believe it. And it's going to happen. So let's go, Timothy.
Hello?
Hello, Timothy?
With him?
Oh, hey, Timothy, it's Max. I'm calling you because you had spoken to one of my team members about your property over at Deep Hollow Court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was following through because I have it in my notes here that you were considering selling that one.
I still am. I mean, but the price got to be right.
No, that makes sense. I totally agree with you. So I noticed, obviously the notes don't always tell the whole story. Are you got a few minutes? I can ask you a few questions, see if I can come up with an offer for you.
Sure.
Okay, got it. I appreciate that. I did. The one thing I don't see on here, is this a rental or primary residence?
No, that's my primary residence.
Oh, it is your primary. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure that's one thing I want to know first because there's a big difference between both, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're currently staying there then on that property.
I am.
Okay, beautiful. Got it. Now, being that it is your primary residence stuff, one thing that I always like to ask, is there if you do, decide to go with someone or decide to sell this at some point because you like the offer, is there anyone else that's going to have an input on the sale of the property at all?
Nope.
Okay. So no one you consult with, no attorneys or anything like that. We'll have to talk to.
Nope.
Got it. Okay, that's perfect. I appreciate that information. Got it. And then how long have you owned this one, Timothy?
12 years.
12 years?
Yes, sir.
12 years. Okay, got it. So that's actually a pretty long time, 12 years. That you've owned that. That's congratulations on that. What has you considering selling it after that long of a time?
I want to move out of the city. I'm in the city right now, so I want a little property outside of the city.
Okay, outside of the city. Got it. And I'm writing this down as I'm speaking with you. So if you hear a little pause, I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Move out of the city. And then have you identified like an opportunity that you can buy outside the city yet?
No, I got a camper I can live in, so I'm gonna live off the grid.
Oh, got it. I know a lot of people are doing that now. It's interesting because we're a little uncertain right now, but that makes a lot of sense now. Okay, so you're looking to sell it, move out of the city. You don't really need to identify anything that you have to move into because you have a camper. Is that correct?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Now let me ask you a question because earlier you said, you obviously are looking to sell it, but for the right offer. Just out of curiosity, ballpark off the record, what you have in mind?
Well, I know that the market value for my house right now is about 185 to 190.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not. If I do a sale or make a deal with you guys, I'm not trying to get that because you guys definitely need to make money too, or be able to profit from it too. But if I can get an offer between 160, maybe 170, and that still leaves everybody some room to eat.
Okay. So if you can get an offer between 150 and 170?
No, 160 and 170.
Oh, 160. I'm sorry. 160 to 170. Got it. So,
and like I said, that still leaves everybody a little room to eat.
Yeah, of course.
Some money for you, some money for me.
Yeah, of course. And so let's pretend someone wants to offer you 165. What would happen next?
You ready? You ready to move in?
Okay, just want to ask. Obviously, I know a lot of people usually. The reason why I asked this in the past, other people have told me, hey, if I get between this amount and when we do, if we find out that we're able to come up to that, like, oh, you know what, I got to think about it, or I'm no longer interested, right? So I just wanted to ask that. Okay, and then I'm assuming you would go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just need 30 days to pack up. I just need 30 days to pack my stuff up.
Got it. Okay, 30 days to pack up. Perfect. So the timeline, if somebody does offer you within that range to sell is about 30 days.
Yep, that's it.
Awesome. Beautiful. Okay. And then I'm assuming you wouldn't look at any other offers besides between the 160 and 170.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's still a lot of money out there. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
There's still a lot of money for you guys to profit from. I mean, because if you think about it, if you offer me 165, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still have, what is it, 28, almost $30,000 that you can profit from if you was to do a resale.
Yeah, I mean potentially, right? Because we're not considering, the sales cost on the other side as well. So, but that could vary, right? We don't know that exact amount. So potentially, you're in the you're in the ballpark. It just depends on what I have to do to it, and then obviously the sales costs that are factored in there, right? When we pay commissions and closings and all that.
And that could definitely go up because right now, like I've seen it as high for my house. I've seen it as high as 196.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, that's still more money. There's still more meat on the bone for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other market, right? It could go up, it could go down. We I don't have a crystal ball, but you know, I know North Carolina is a pretty hot market right now when it comes to properties, and I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you any bit, but I always look at everything with caution and can't buy every single property from everyone we talk to, right? So, but definitely, yeah, yep. So let me ask you this. On the 160 to 170, if I was to offer you that or even more, would you be open to giving us some time to pay that off, or you wouldn't be open to something like that?
Like, how much time are you talking?
Well, it just depends, right? So there's a few factors here when it comes to the time question. Is number one is, you know, depending on your goals, and then how much immediate cash need that you need, right? I guess that's really what it would come down to. You know, if I know some sellers in the past, when I ask that question, they usually give me anywhere between, you know, 240 months to 120 months, right? But that meets their goals, right? I'm not saying that's what you would do. I'm just asking the question here: how much time you would give us to pay that off?
Mm-hmm. But see, that's the thing. It'll have to be. What, and with that being said, that means if I was to do something like that, then I would be out of the property, correct? You would be in the property.
Yeah, so the transaction would look the same, right? We would still we would buy it. You would stay, you know, your 30 days that you need, and then once the closing date comes, then we obviously close on it, and then whatever you feel comfortable giving us to make you the equal monthly payments, then you know that would be the time we would own that property for that whole. We would make you the payments for that whole time, and then once that time comes to maturity, then what we would do is we would actually have to refinance it or sell it, and you would get the rest of your money out.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the property would still remain in my name, but you would just make payments until we're
yeah, we could do it either way. So typically, you would be. Do you owe anything on this, by the way, but at all?
I do not.
Okay.
Do I owe anything on it?
Yeah. Do you have a mortgage on it?
Yeah, I do have a mortgage. I mean, but I don't have a problem with paying it off. But I'm saying.
Okay, got it. What ballpark? What do you think you owe on it?
90.
90. Okay, got it. And then just ballpark. What's your monthly payments on that 90?
Just 1,000.
1,000. Okay, got it. Yeah. So knowing that now, what would happen is that you know, let's say that you said, hey Max, yeah, you give me 170, I'll give you X amount of time. You know, I would initially just continue making the payments for you, the 1,000 that you're making monthly, that you're making every single month. And then when that time comes, as far as like, you know, let's say that, for example, you gave me X amount. When that time comes, I would have to refinance it or sell it, so that way you get the rest of your money, and then that loan gets paid off. If that makes sense.
I get what you're saying, but what would I gain from it other than you making my payment? You feel what I'm saying? But I have no problem doing that right now.
Okay.
Like if you was to say and say, you know, okay, I'll give you 100,000 today. I'm just saying this. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that will happen, but
of course,
I'll give you 100,000. We'll continue to make the payments until we resell the property. Then I'll give you the other 70, and then, you know, we're good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, of course.
Would it be something like that? Or
yeah. So you and I can, you know, if we want to continue the conversation to, you know, obviously to talk about this, then yeah, we would look at to see, you know, what potential immediate cash need you need. And then I would have to talk to my underwriting team. Here's what he would be wanting to get up front. And, you know, obviously everything's pretty much negotiable for the most part, but you're on the right track. You understand this pretty well, right?
Right.
And I don't know, right? Just, do you have like an amount that you would need as far as an immediate cash for you to be able to move out of the city, you know, live out, you know, off the grid?
I would think probably the best thing would say, like maybe half, so that way, you know, if we do say 170 or, you know, 175, I'm just saying I don't quite know, but what's to say, you know, let's not split it down the middle.
So you mean half of 165?
Yeah, I have 165 or whatever we chose. Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about,
or that's not something that y'all normally do.
We're talking about like almost 85,000 down. That's what you would want to look for. That's what you would need.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, if I'm gonna be out of the property and you guys are gonna be in the process of, trying to, sell it and all that stuff like that,
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, I would not have a problem putting a down payment at 83. I would not be your buyer because I can get a loan at 10%, right? At 170, which makes it 17,000 down, right? So they wouldn't make too much sense. Excuse me. As far as like putting the half down for.
So you talking to me, you tell me. I mean, like I said, I don't know where you will be. You have to tell me where you will be.
Yeah, no, of course.
And then we can go back and forth.
So let me ask you this, because I do want to put an offer together. That's the reason why I called you. And the one thing that we're missing right now is, what would be the time that you would feel comfortable giving us? Because then I can go to my underwriting team and say, hey, this is the time, and they might be able to stretch, even more. That's the only piece that I'm missing that I need to put an offer you can depend on together.
I mean, definitely can't be no 240 months. I mean, because I would want to get this thing, just like I know, as long as you stay up on the property,
of course,
and you're paying basically double, if not triple for it. So I want to get out from up under as soon as I possibly can. Don't get me wrong. Okay. So like I wouldn't want to go no longer than at least a couple of years. Okay. I think that would be like sufficient, because actually, to be honest with you, if I was to probably try to put things together and put it on the market, it would probably be sold, within the next, I don't know, 6 to 9 months, if not sooner. But I mean,
what's stopping you from doing that right now? Because I think that's where, if you want to be like cash done completely, that's usually where you maximize. What's stopping you from doing that right now?
Because I'm not in a rush to sell.
Okay.
And then too, like if like I said, if by you and I having a conversation, and I know that's something that you motivated and passionate about doing, why not give you the opportunity to do it? I
appreciate that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I love talking to sellers that understand that, right? I think you have a good grasp, and it's always good to it's always refreshing to have a conversation like this. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that's just like, like I was saying, I know what the top end of it is for me. If I was to put it on the market, I know what the top end of it is. But if this is your business, and I know you're trying to eat, I mean, I've owned several businesses before. I'm not one of the ones that always try to eat up the whole profit, because if I leave some meat on the bone for you, then you never know. Our path might cross again. I might have another piece of property that you want.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. So, you create a win-win scenario.
I think outside of the box.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So what are you thinking? I mean, as far as time, what do you feel comfortable with? I know you said a couple years, but that could mean a lot, right? If you had to say, if you had a magic,
I could say 4 years, and I said it because I would rather get out from up under it as early as I possibly can, because let's say, for instance, and I'm just throwing numbers out here. Let's say in 12 years, I've been paid another $150,000 on my house. I don't want to give that money away to nobody. Not especially not to a finance company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this is why I'm having this conversation with you, because if I go get a loan at 165, 170 to buy this, the only one that makes money is actually going to be the lender, right? The private lender.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why I'm going this way with this conversation, because I don't want to beat you up on a low offer, because you obviously know what you want. You got some goals to hit. And so that's why I'm having this conversation when it comes to putting an offer together. So 4 years. So 4 years would be your limit as far as what the time that you would be able to feel comfortable giving us, right? To continue making the payments.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. Do you mind? Let me. Can I place you on hold for like 1 minute? That way, I got my underwriting team here on the other side. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Give me one. All right. Give me 1 second. You there? Hello? Okay. All right. The only thing I got to check here is I need to see what the rents are going for. He does want a lot of money down. Let me look here, because I'm going to make him an offer. I'm going to offer him $200,000. I just need to see what the rents are going for. And I'm going to offer him 5% down. I'm going to offer him a lot more money on the asking price. Let's see. Oops. Ooh. Okay, not bad. 1,600 a month. His monthly payment is 1,000. So we got close to $600 we're cash flowing. So 1,598. All right, beautiful. So we're close to 600 because the 1,000 I'm pretty sure is going to cover the PITI. Is going to be PITI. So there's close to $600 here in cash flow. So if I offered him 200,000, the only thing that scares me offering him 200,000 is the refinance or in the sell in 4 months. Okay. Maybe we should offer him 190. Let's see. All right. You still with me, Timothy?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, we're just looking at one more thing. I'll be right back. Yep. All right. Let's see. So 600. Man, let me take a look at this. The 4 years is what's kill. It's what's. All right, Timothy, I'm back. They wanted me to ask you a question. One question on your monthly payment, the 1,000 that you're paying a month. That also includes interest and taxes as well.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything. It's like, it's like altogether, it's like 1,035, 1,060. I can't remember the exact amount, but
Okay.
it's no more than that.
Got it. 1,035. Let's
That's
see.
the interest. That's the homeowner's insurance. That's the principal. That's everything.
Okay. Got it. That's good to know because those costs are already built into that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everything is already into it.
All right. Let me make sure to let them know. Okay, so I got down here. So we have the 1,035 that cover that everything's in that, the principal, the taxes, and then you feel comfortable doing 4 years max, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess the only thing that we're missing here is trying to come up with obviously some cash for you, as far as a down payment. That's what I'm trying to put together right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So let me ask you this. They just passed me a piece of paper here because they're listening to my conversation. What if I was to offer you 190,000 for the property? Okay, so it's a little higher than what you were originally asking for. I continue to make the payments, right? The $1,000 a month. And if you were able to give me a little bit of more time, like say 80 equal monthly payments, and I gave you 10% down.
Let's see. We talking about like 19, almost $20,000.
Yeah, correct. Yep. And then you're getting a lot more on the asking price and with a little bit with some down, but what we need is we need 80 equal monthly payments instead of only 4 years. Yeah.
So again, what my dilemma is once that happens, then I have to move out of the property. Basically, what you're telling me, or I remain in the property until you sell it.
Well, that's part of it, right? Because our goal with this, just from looking at the area and what we're seeing is our goal is going to be to rent it, rent the property out. We're going to put in our rental portfolio, and we have, we have a management company and all that. We have relationships there and stuff. So I don't think you would want to pay I think the market rents in the area a little bit more than your monthly payment. Not a lot more, but a little bit more. So I don't think it would make sense, right?
Yeah, that's something I have to think about, and then two, I would definitely need a little bit more down than $20,000. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Got it.
That doesn't move me at all.
Okay. Well, when you say more, what do you mean by that?
I mean, at least if you were saying somewhere around about 50, we can talk some business.
Okay.
Um,
So 50
because-
would just be enough to have the conversation. We can talk from what I'm hearing.
well, I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, like I said, I know you guys are like again trying to make money, but in order for it to be a benefit to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it needs to be something more than $20,000 to motivate me.
Got it.
To be like, here, take over this property and continue to make the payments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm saying I'm just looking at it from my standpoint because my goal is just like your goal is. Like I would be looking to take what let's say for instance, I'll be looking to take that 50, and I'm not saying that, but I'm just using that as an example. I'll be looking at to take that 50 and maybe buy some more property with it. You know, buy another some land, basically. Buy me a piece of land or whatever. And live on that land, you know, with my camper or whatever.
Yeah.
But that would be motivation for me.
Yeah. Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need something more than $20,000 to be like, okay.
And do you need all 50 right now? Could we do something where, hey, I gave you 25 now and like 25 in 24 to 36 months? If I was to be able to do that,
bro.
Okay.
That's not going to benefit me.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking, because I know my underwriting team's going to be like, can we do this, right? So that's why I was asking that question. Yeah.
Nah, that's not going to benefit me. But like I said, if you came up with that amount, then that's going to benefit me to be like, all right, well, okay, well, now I'm going to, you know, now I got this money that I can invest in this land instead of me pulling out of my tree.
Yeah, of course.
Because, I mean, because I'm going to be honest with you right now, I'm not hurting the move.
Yep.
But, you know, if there's a deal that can be made, I'm not stupid neither.
Yeah, no, I get it. No,
What
yeah, you're sharp.
Yeah.
You're sharp, man. That's why I said earlier, I love having this conversation with individuals that understand the process and
But I'm also
what we're doing.
I'm also willing to work with you, but I know I can't do it at that price.
Yeah, no, I got it. No, and I appreciate that. I just don't, like I said, we're with the down payment. What it's doing, it's putting us into a position where it would make more sense just to go get hard money on it and put 10-15% down, which would be a lot less, right? But I don't really want to do that. They did just told me, because obviously that's gonna, with the $50,000 down, it's gonna put us out for this type of transaction. If you did want to cash out if you didn't want to cash, and again, I was like, there's no way that I can tell him that. So if you didn't want to cash out and be done, where you didn't have to give us time and worry about down payment, we were somewhere between 145 to 150 on this.
Okay. I'll tell you what, like I said, cash out, closing costs, you say y'all between 145, 150?
Yeah, and that would be a net offer to you. Yep.
Okay. How about this here? Again, like I said, we're all in it trying to make a little money. I could be like right at that 160 if y'all willing to come right. If y'all come right up to that 160, I could definitely be right there. That way, property is clean and full. It's yours. Everybody walk away. Everybody happy.
Well, let me ask you this, because earlier you said 50K would be a good number. I mean, you owe 90 on it, so you know what I mean. We have to pay off 90. So if I was to offer you the 150, you're walking away with something like 60 because you're not really paying any closing costs. I am, right? So the 150 would put you right around walking away with 60,000 if you don't owe more than 90, right?
No, that's it. That's where I'm at. But I mean, there's a lot of amenities that's on the property.
I get that.
I get that. Pool back there. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah.
So that's a definitely good resale right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a building, but I can get that moved. But that's a brand new building that I set up there that I can move off or can stay on the property. Don't really matter to me. I mean, I can do it either way.
Yeah.
And the matter is, I mean, there's still, and it's right down the road from the shops, man. Like everything is like right around the corner. Like I'm at 160.
This guy's trying to sell me now.
You guys can like get like even really close. I mean, we can shake hands and kiss the baby today. You know?
Okay. Would you pay the closing costs at 160?
What is the closing cost on it?
Yeah. Like what it's going to cost to get, with the attorney fees and all that.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what percentage of the closing cost was.
I don't know. It depends.
And
So
2-3% or something like that.
yeah.
I tell you what. I won't pay the closing costs, but I'll come down a little so it doesn't feel like you guys are getting shafted. How about that? I will say 158.
Woo.
I think that's
Okay.
still a good number.
150.
That's still a good number. You know what I'm saying? I can get that building that's on the property. I can get that off the property.
Okay.
And then everything else can stay in place. The pool and all of those stuff.
Okay.
That's still everybody still is at a good point there.
All right. Let me take a look here. Let me, do you mind if I just place you on hold 1 minute again and let them know that? So 158,
Sure.
and let me see, okay, if I can make that happen. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. So there's a couple of things that I'm really concerned about this. There's some really good numbers. Like I have a comp that just sold. Man, but that was a while back. I thought it just sold right now. Let me see. 90 days. Let's see what sold in the last 90 days. Okay, so we got one for 260. His is 3.2, 1,400 square feet max, 1,400 square feet. It's one that sold for 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet. So a little bit bigger, sold for 225. So I'm thinking this thing could be at least 2. And let me see if he's got a garage on it. Hey, Timothy, you there?
Yeah.
Does this? I can't see the street view on this, but does it have does this have a garage?
Yes.
Okay, is it 2-car garage or what is it?
It's a
Single car garage. Okay, got it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
bear with me here. I'll be right back. All right, let's see. Here's another one just sold for 255, 3.3, 517. I'm gonna offer them they said 150. Can we do 155 and we'll do the deal? I think 155 works on this deal. Let's do it. See what he says. All right, Timothy. We just want to confirm that because we're seeing a lot of the properties that in the area, they obviously have the garage. That's why I just wanted to confirm that if yours had it. So okay. So my underwriting team wants me to ask you, let's get this deal done. We'll send over, you give us your email. We'll send in the offer at 155 and let's do the deal.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it, bro.
Man, for $3,000, huh? Even if
I can't do it, man.
Okay. Even if it was net to you, you're not paying anything out of pocket?
I can't do it, man. I mean, I can't do it.
Okay.
I cannot do it. I mean, not because I'm already giving away so much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I mean, I'm
so if I get them to do the 158, what would happen next?
I mean, what do you need to happen then?
Well, typically when someone, typically in the past when someone, asks the price and they usually, it's a number that matches, we just put everything in writing. That's usually what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine at the one. I mean, I feel like I'm giving it to you really because I mean, I want to be at the 160.
No, I get it. Well, let's do this then. Can you give me your, what is your email address so I can send you the paperwork for the 158? What's your best email address?
Timothy Davis.
When do you think you'll be in front of a computer?
Probably within an hour and a half. Because I'm driving right now.
Okay. So then if I have them write it up at 158, we're gonna do a net cash offer to you, closing to happen 30 days from the date,
Mhm.
and then you'll be in front of a computer within an hour. When should I expect that back?
I need to look over everything. I'm not trying to shaft you or anything, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to physically look it over.
Well, here's the
And
beautiful thing is I
so,
actually will be available within an hour too. So you and I can, you want me to put it on my calendar to hop on a call in case you got any questions?
yeah, just let's see what time. It's 3:06 now. I don't know what time frame. Are you on East Coast time or what?
Yeah. So right now for me, you're about 3 hours ahead. So 3:06, and then yeah. So, but I'm okay. I'm available anytime. So
Okay. Yeah, give me till like 5 o'clock my time. 'Cause like I said I should be done with work and
okay.
with a clear
Got it.
train of that focus. So that'll be about 3 o'clock your time.
All right.
Give
Cool.
me a call back. Like I said, I'll look at everything and then we'll go.
Okay. So then just to recap, we're instead of doing the whole give us the time, we're gonna do the 158. You felt comfortable with that. We're gonna pay the closing costs, so there's no nothing out of pocket from you out of that 158 besides your mortgage, right? And then
Right.
I'll give you a call at 5, and we'll get that thing all signed up, and then that way we can get you moving to out of the city.
All right.
All right, Timothy. Well, I appreciate it. Good conversation. I'll talk to you here in a little bit. Okay.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Take it. Bye. Boom. Let's go, baby. Man, there was a lot to cover there. Not a home run deal, but it's solid. I mean, there's stuff here that let me see. What you guys think about that call? I want drop the drop in the comments what you guys thought, the navigation, going back and forth. I'm seeing right now, I just saw one, which is beautiful, sold as is, listen, as is for 179. 179. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300. It looks really good, really good. So I'm thinking ARV on this thing is probably going to be more on, just from what I'm looking at, that's recently sold. Let's see. Yeah, so what I'm looking at is anywhere between 230 to 250, it looks like. So because there's one that sold for 255. This was actually this month, on May 17th. So pretty solid. A little bit bigger, but again, I think that's what I yeah, I feel comfortable at 158. So Sebastian, thank you. Gay, let's see the comment section. I'm going to look to see what is going on. Meat on the bone. Yeah, he was really flexible. Cash flow is sweet. Great call. Ask him for 96 months. Yeah, he was kind of on the fence about the timeline. So that's why I just went 80 months instead of, going higher just to see it with the higher purchase price. Jermaine said, let's go reverse Uno card. Is that when I asked him about if he play the closing cost? I believe that's what you were mentioning too. Love when they talk themselves down. Listen, we don't want to seem too eager for a deal. This is the problem with a lot of you out there, right? You want to pounce on something and make the guy feel like he left money on the table. What we want to do is we want to fight for them. We want them to also, just like it is hard for them to sell a deal, right? We got to make it difficult to buy a deal as well too. So, I mean, the guy originally, he wanted almost 170. We got him down to 158, right? And I didn't do it I just did it by talking to him, by explaining to him, going back and forth. A lot of you guys, what would happen is you would jump on that and pounce on it, and then he would get off the phone and basically would feel like he didn't make the decision. The idea is to actually have him make the decision with you, which I did, right? Pulled away a lot. I pulled away a lot because that's part of the strategy, right? I don't want to come through as the eager investor that wants the deal and commission breath. I'm not doing that, right? That's not my style. That's not what I do. I want to lock up deals. I don't want to get signed contracts. I want to lock up deals, and that is the goal for the channel, right? But definitely, the more you get them to talk, the more they start to listen to what you have to say. A lot of them will talk themselves down. Gabe said, close that up. Yep, got it, bro. Sebastian, I appreciate the fire emojis. Not sure what this means. Too much no. You want to elaborate on that? I'm not sure what that means. Joseph said, "Good one, man. Love the mentioning. Love the mentioning of the motivation at the end. Yeah, that's really why this whole conversation happened, right? A lot of us make the offer with the without actually attaching the motivation to it. We got to remind them why they're selling, right? We got to remind them what is the motive behind them selling the property. So we need to we always got to attach the offer in the agreement back to the motivation. Your good point on that, Joseph. Good observation on that is attaching the motivation to the offer that you're going to make, right? And again, this guy was really easy to talk to. I didn't have to put him through like a deep process. It was more figuring out what his goals were. And I knew at that point when we talked a little bit about the creative, right? Trying to get him to see if he would agree to creative, and basically we disqualified that, right? Negotiated with him on the spot, slowed it down a little bit, put him on hold, came back, and I was like, hey, what if we offer 190? What if we gave you 10% down, but we need 80 months? Got to slow it down. Got to let them chew on that and think about it, right? We let them make the decision. Just like when I said, hey, if I can get the 158, what happens next? He's like, I don't know. Well, here's what happens. Here's what's happened in the past when we actually have talked to other sellers. Usually when they get the number that they're looking for, it means putting everything in writing, right? It's part of negotiations. You know what I mean? So great stuff, Max. Tune in towards the end of the call. Now that was a high level call. I appreciate it. That you don't think you pay a little too much. I mean, it all depends how much work's needed. You didn't ask him about that. It's irrelevant because I'm buying it like at 60% of the ARV, and condition doesn't. Here's the problem, right? Like if I know I'm buying it at 60% of ARV or 50, around there, what that means is that I'm not worried about condition because this area right here is actually a good area. So you have to know your area, Steffi, just a little bit. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter as far as when it comes to finding out that the property's trash. I just did a call last week where the guy told me like it's trash, and I said, hey, I can't give you what you want. You know what I mean? Because you're telling me that this property needs a lot of work. But in this case, because and there was a market that I wasn't familiar with. But in this case, I know this market, Fayetteville, really well. Like I know it to a T. I know where he's at. I've sold properties there. So that's why I never touch on condition. To me, if I can get my price where I feel comfortable paying for this. And again, here's the other thing too. Remember, if you wait for pictures, and you wait for condition because eventually, even if he tells you, even if you ask for condition, you're still going to want to get pictures. And guess what? You're going to be playing the chase game. So I rather lock it up. I rather get the deal, and then what happens? I have a 15-day. I set up in my contract. I actually have it to where the inspection period doesn't start until I get the pictures. That makes sense. So I'm not too worried about the condition because I know the area. I know what I can pay for, and again. It's a solid deal, I think, especially if you're buying it at 60%. If it's worth, let's take a look here. If it's worth between we'll say 225 times 70%. 70% puts us right around there. So you can buy properties here in North Carolina still because North Carolina is so hot. You can buy them a little bit higher and sell them a little higher. So, but that's the idea behind that. Condition to me is relevant for this specific area. That was a great call, brother. Good back and forth negotiations. Great display on using the creative to get the lower on cash solution. Right. So that was the goal. I was actually going to go even lower, but I felt like if I would have went lower, because I was going to hit them between 125 to 135, which I should have just shot my shot. Right. But because of the way the conversation was going, I was feeling the conversation. I was trying to what is it called? Gauge to see where his like bottom number was or his bottom threshold, excuse me. And so I was like, no, I think this guy will hang up on me and he's going to not want to continue the call. So basically I hit him at the 145, 155 when I was like, 135 to 145. Right. and then 145 to 150, and then we ended up at 158. So cool. I appreciate the feedback, everyone. Any other questions on here? Any other questions? I'm about to wrap up, but at least we had one conversation for the whole hour that we've been on here. Again, this is what happens, right? This is why we got to continue. This is why we got to continue this, and we got to, obviously, when you're not getting people to answer the phone, you got to continue because you never know what's on the other line, right? What can you wholesale the deal if you wanted to? So here's the thing, because I know the area, I know the buyers, they're usually paying a little bit more when it comes to this. So I'm probably going to wholesale this deal for I'm not going to make a lot, maybe 165 to 170. So it's going to be a small assignment fee. Or I might end up buying it myself. I might end up just giving some private money and taking it down and listing it, right? Depending on how doing a hotel deal. That's really what you got to have many exit strategies. So when you get to the point of that, you're either going to wholesale it, make a small assignment fee. I also have some buy and hold investors in this area. So they'll pay a little bit more. They'll pay up to like 80% to 85% of ARV, especially if it's rent ready and it's going to bring in $600 to $700 cash flow. So you got to think about your multiple exit strategies. It's not always just wholesale when you're negotiating. Figure out what is the best exit strategy on this. I think it could be a great hotel deal, honestly. What's the best way to pull leads from? I mean, you can, depending on your budget, right? What is your budget? How much are you wanting to spend, right? How many, there's free sources. One of the free sources that people don't use a lot, which is the title company. They'll actually provide you data because they want to do business with you, right? So you can pull data from there. You can pull data from your county. There is a good list that you can pull from your county, which is the code violations list. You can definitely pull that. That's actually, I don't know. So here in Phoenix, you got to pay like $12 and like 50 cents or something. So you do get, you do have to pay for that. But title companies will give you data. If not, you get a program like PropStream. That's where I pull my data from. If you want to use PropStream for 7 days for free, I do have a link in there. You can use PropStream. There's CoreLogic, or not CoreLogic, ListSource, excuse me, which is run by CoreLogic. So you can use programs like that. So you can either pay for it, you can do a little bit of legwork, talk to the title companies. They'll give you lists with phone numbers sometimes. And then you can go into like your city or your county to get a list as well too, which is very accurate. And what's cool about the code enforcement list is an actual driving for dollars list. They've already done the job for you, right? They've already driven for dollars. They already have pound the payment where you don't have to do the driving for dollars. The code enforcement list is a driving for dollars list, because what is the city doing? The city's driving all day, right? They're driving around, and every time they see a distressed property, what happens is they will actually put it in a file, depending on if it's boarded up, if it's got a green pool, if it's got too high weeds. So they're actually that's what I love about the code enforcement list, because it's a driving for dollars list that the city does for you. So good question though. There's many ways that you can pull data from. So awesome. Any other questions before I jump off? Was this helpful today? I know some of you guys got value. Some of you guys got some great feedback. I really appreciate it. How do I get you have to go down to your county or your city, somewhere downtown, right? Depending. So Sebastian, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Thank you. Hey, don't forget, next Wednesday, I am dropping the first podcast from the Sales Mavericks podcast with Sebastian. He actually is our first guest. It's actually gonna be really amazing. I love the podcast. Sebastian shared his journey, his story about how he got into the business, and then how he actually took his sales skills and now doing about four deals a month, 4 to 5 deals a month. So don't miss that next Wednesday. What's better? PropStream. What is better is actually the one you use. That's the one that's better. Too many people get caught up in it. What's the right system? What's the right that? We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for it to get done, right? So if you're going to get PropStream, make sure you use it. People get PropStream, they don't use it. If you're going to get batch leads, make sure you use it. The one thing why I say that is because there is no perfect system. There's only those that take advantage of the systems that they have, right? Just like when somebody says, what's the perfect list? There is no perfect list, right? It's the one that the perfect list is the one you consistently prospect to and follow up with. That is the perfect list, right? Sebastian said, good time to pitch it. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that podcast, Sales Mavericks. Super excited. It's a personal project of mine that I'm helping, getting people that have been around me, that have been part of the Closers Lab Intensive. I know there's some of you on here that I'm going to be reaching out to you personally, and looking forward to having some of you on here. So with that being said, I really appreciate every single one of you for being on today. And go back and listen to that call again. There was a lot there to break down, from the introduction to the pivots to the back and forth to the holds. And I'm pretty sure you're going to grab a lot of stuff there. So everyone, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram too as well. So let's go lock it up. I am definitely going to do that. Later, y'all.